Did you know that every iPhone, every electric car, and every jet all depend on one thing? You know what that one thing is? It's called earth minerals. For years, China controlled about 90% of the world's supply chain, and that gave them a huge power over technology, defense, and of course, the global economy, right? But that's changing because of your president and mine. Donald Trump just made a series of moves across all over Southeast Asia. You know, all that traveling in Malaysia, Thailand, Cambodia, meeting with Xi Jinping. This is what it's about. If you want to venture out of this video, please like, subscribe, comment, and share. I want you to understand one thing. Rare earth minerals, they're the building blocks of the modern life. They're the building blocks of today. They're inside everything. Your phone, your car, your computer, even in the US military jets and weapons. And that's a problem. That's a big problem. Almost all of it comes from China, 90%, right? China's mines are processing about 90% of world's rare earths. This means if China decides to stop exporting them to the US and the entire Western world, everybody can fall behind technology like AI and defense, simply overnight. That's exactly what happened in 2025 when China suddenly surrounded new export restrictions on rare earths. In response, you know what we did? You guys remember? Trump threatened with 100% of tariffs and everybody was all crazy about it. But what looked like another trade war was actually the start of something much smarter. Instead of waiting for China to play nice, you know what Trump did? He went straight into China's backyard, Southeast Asia. He went to Malaysia, one of the places. You know what he did? He signed a major mineral deal. For the first time ever, Malaysia agreed not to restrict exports of critical minerals to the US because back then they didn't export any. In Thailand, the US reached a brand new agreement to explore, the process of rare earths, creating an alternative supply chain outside of China. Next up, Cambodia. You know what Trump did? He signed a zero tariff deal. You know what that means? That means he opened up more mineral trade for America. I mean, step by step, slowly, he's building a brand new network outside of China. This network is going to break up China's monopoly and split it, you know where? Into US-friendly countries. You know what's next up? Trump teamed up with Australia, one of America's closest allies in the entire world. But not only are they one of the closest allies to the US, they're also one of the richest countries in the world for rare earth minerals, for rare earth deposits. US and China just signed an $8.5 billion minerals deal. Both nations promised to invest billions in mines and processed minerals, not only in China, but in the US and Australia. You know what Trump even said? He said, in about a year and a half, we're going to have so many critical minerals, we're not going to even know what to do with them. Trump is running America just like he's running a business. And tariffs is a leverage. It was one of the biggest leverages for us, for the country, because he's trying to make sure that supply chain of any type of minerals does not stop. He wants to make sure that the US is not dependent on anybody, especially big countries like China, especially, a country like Russia, especially, countries that are not in very friendly terms with the United States. Here's the truth. In the 21st century, wars aren't just being fought with weapons anymore. They're fought with minerals. The raw materials that power every single machine, every factory, every digital tool. The iPhone that you're using right now to watch this video, that is the reason he wants to make sure we have those rare earth minerals. They may have the mines, but I want you to remember one thing. America, it's still the world's superpower. And one day, if not today, but every day, they're going to kneel down to us and make sure we get what we want.